Welcome to Scenario Sunday, Episode 2. This one is a Tier 4 scenario taking place in Battle for Prague. This is a Bright Wizard. On my first episode, which was quite a while back now, I did mention that I'll try and bring you as many different ones, and I got a few comments on that first video saying, oh, can you bring some endgame scenario PvP? So that's what I'm doing. I've got this one recording today. Next Sunday I've got a chopper one coming. And then I'm going to try and get some Black Orc gameplay and some Warrior Priest gameplay, because a few people requested those two classes. So I'll try and get them done as soon as I can. But over this 2 episodes, the next 2 episodes are going to be Bright Wizard and Chopper. So what do I want to talk about today? 1.4.2. Now, I know I've done an overview video. There's going to be a link to that down below. That's what she said. And I just generally want to talk about it today, because I didn't really talk about what my opinions are in that video. Excuse me. So, 1.4.2. This patch is very important, I think, for most people who play Tier 4. As you'll know, since the start of 1.4, there has been a massive problem with the gear gap issues and the power between... Let me explain if you don't already know. Sovereign armor used to be the highest gear you could get, and in 1.4 they introduced a set called Warpforged and Doomflayer. Now, these two sets were available at Renown Rank 19 and Renown Rank 100, and they are extremely powerful, and there is a massive difference between the stats on the Sovereign and the stats on the Warpforged, and the stats on the Warpforged and the stats on the Doomflayer. There is a massive difference, not just in the base stats, but also the set bonuses as well. Like on some of the melee sets, I think there's a bonus that on hit there's a 15% chance to increase your crit rating, crit chance by 10%. Things like that, which were really did determine the who won a battle, the solo battle 1v1. And I remember when 1.4 was on the test server, a lot of people went over and tried these new sets, and they all tested out one versus ones. Excuse me. And everyone found that people who were wearing Sovereign versus people who were wearing the new sets just couldn't kill them. You know, they were getting like 3-hit killed literally by take a Chopper and a Slayer, for example. A Slayer in the new gear versus a Slayer in Sovereign gear. The Slayer will win within seconds, literally, and the Chopper won't be able to get, literally, be lucky if you can get down to about 70-60%, and it was a real issue. Bearing in mind as well, in Tier 4, you have people wearing anything up from Devastator Plus, and Devastator's extremely low gear compared to the higher Sovereign gear, so it was really quite an issue. Now, when it came to the point of 1.4.1 coming around, they did make a few tweaks and changes to it, and to be honest, you couldn't really notice. Again, I tried it on the PTS, a lot of people did, and you couldn't really notice. You could see the stat numbers go down, but they didn't change the bonuses. They didn't really make a difference, and the defensive melee classes, for example, were really still the winners of any battle. Like, for example, if you were a defensive melee class and you went up a defensive tank, the defensive melee class is going to win because of the gear. It's the gear that, in a PvP game, alright, it's all about getting the gear, but that it shouldn't be just gear which determines who wins. It should be about player skill, and it should be about the gear. It should be about everything. So it was a real problem. Now, though, 1.4.2 is here, and they have made a huge change now on the 2 endgame gears, and it is near enough sold. It's still quite powerful, but it is much better than it used to be. You know, you can still get beat pretty bad, which is fair enough, because to get from 80 to 90 it can take a while. It is a long haul, especially if you haven't got the bonus pack. which gives you a renown bonus. It is a very long haul, so yeah, you know, they deserve it, but you don't get as owned as you used to now, and that's much better. It should have been like that straight away. And I was reading up on the forums, and one person said that when they did introduce these new sets, it's good that they've added more, because there were a lot of people piling up at 80 and just re-rolling alts. What they should have done was just increased one set and just increase the renown rank to 90, wait for a bit, and then add the second set later on to give people a chance, because the only people who were on renown rank 100 when it first came out were like the hardcore gamers who really just sat down and played War all day and all night. And there was very few of them, and they could own like half a warband by themselves. It was ridiculous, you know. So I totally agree with that, and I think that's what they should have done. But you know, it's been a while now. There's a lot more people hitting renown rank 90, definitely. When I renew my subscription on War, I'm going to be heading for that on my chopper. And there are quite a few now hitting 100 as well, which is good to see. And I think now they've said they're not going to, but I reckon they will, and a lot of people said they will. They're going to have to when it comes to the point that most of the players have got a 90 and 100 character. They're going to make a tier 5. They're going to have to. It's been an idea for ages since Sovereign was introduced. Because you've got people with the likes of Devastator and Annihilator gear going up against renown rank 90s and 100s, and you can literally one-hit kill them. It's ridiculous. So having a tier 5, I think, will make a brilliant difference. And I hope they do it eventually. Not yet, because there won't be many people in it. They need to wait until there's more mainstream people hitting those 90 and 100 marks. But yeah, I did some tests and numbers down, some nerd tests as such, and you can definitely notice the difference. It's much better now. The gear is much better. A lot of people have returned, you know, because since 1.4, a lot of people left because the RVR campaign was crap. The gear gap was the main thing that caused a lot of people to go away. Now it's been getting nearly solved. A lot of people have come back and they're enjoying the game again, and I'm going to be renewing my subscription again right after the Easter holidays. So I'm looking forward to going back, because as much as the game is so annoying and as much as it's laggy, there's not many people playing it, it's a grind, there's gear gap issues, the RVR campaign's bad now, the account center screwed me over, I still enjoy it and I miss it when I don't play it, because I think it's because it was the first MMO I ever played. And then I've been playing Rift, I've been playing WoW, I played a little bit of Lord of the Rings, and none of their PvP matches up to the PvP you can get in Warhammer. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, you get steamrolled by pre-mades, but it's you don't realise it's fun until you're not doing it. And to me, that's what makes it a really good game, even though it's crap at the same time. If you get my gist, I'm sure a lot of people understand as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it again, and you know, it just makes you realise what you enjoyed once it's been taken away from you. It wasn't taken away from me. I stopped playing it for a while and playing some other games like Rift and WoW and stuff. So I'll still be playing Rift and WoW, but I think Warhammer will always be the game that will always be my favourite MMO. And this goes down to, again, I've mentioned a few times before, people's favourite Call of Duty, for example. My favourite Call of Duty has been and always will be Call of Duty World at War. It may not have been the most balanced game. It wasn't the most popular as well. A lot of people didn't even buy it. A lot of people don't even class it as a proper Call of Duty game. To me, that was my favourite game, because that was the very first one I ever played. That was the very first Call of Duty I ever bought and ever played online, and I really enjoyed it. Most people's favourite Call of Duty was COD 4, because that was the first one that really excuse me, really expanded on the multiplayer within Call of Duty and really expanded on the graphics and stuff. So, but for me, it was World at War, and the same applies for War. War was the first MMO I ever played. It may not have been the best, it may not have been the most popular, but to me, it is the best. It's my favourite game, and it always will be, because it was the first one. And I'm sure, you know, if I played World of Warcraft first, that would always be, or if I played Rift first, or whatever, I'm sure it would have been my favourite game. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I just want to go over the gameplay quick as well. This was a recorded, I think, not long after 1.4 was out, or had been out. This is my Bright Wizard at level 40. I don't think I've done any gameplay of this apart from the one that went up on Machinima Realm. I did a war movie montage of him and soon some open RVR. But I wanted to do a scenario. I like my Bright Wizard. It's a really fun class. Yes, it is overpowered, but again, it's a PvP game. You are going to get imbalanced classes. I do die a lot in this game because, again, it's this gear gap issue. I was only renown rank 40 something in this, and they had a lot of renown rank 80 pluses in this game. So I do get steamrolled quite a bit, but I still enjoyed it. Bright Wizards are a really fun class to play, and it's always good as well. I mean, Bright Wizards, even though they are quite low, if you're a low Bright Wizard, you can still kill quite high players. They are, quite good in. I don't normally like playing range classes, but the Bright Wizard, I'm actually really enjoying it, and I really enjoyed leveling it. And, yeah, I mean, ever since I started playing the game, I always saw people rolling Bright Wizards, and I thought, oh, they look crap, And when I eventually decided to roll, and I wish I rolled it first because it was really fun. I don't think it's the best class. I think Chop will always be the best class. Well, my personal best class anyway. My personal favourite. But Bright Wizard, no, I'm really enjoying it. So, coming towards the end of the scenario here. Some people have been requesting Dawn of War 2 gameplay. I am planning on doing it. I've been so busy over this Easter holidays. Doing other things and editing videos and work and stuff. So, I haven't had time to play any yet. But I will be doing, don't worry. I'm going to do some Dawn of War 2 gameplay because I've only ever done one so far, and that was quite a while back. So I'm going to be doing some. I haven't got Chaos Rising. I haven't got the other expansion, Retribution, I think it's called. But nevertheless, I'll still be trying to get a decent game. And also trying some original Dawn of War as well, because that one I really enjoy playing. It's quite a fun game. So this scenario is about to come to an end anyway. I think we won, but I died a lot anyway, and but I really had fun in this scenario. Normally in Battle for Prague I don't have fun because it ends up being a spawn camp. This one, we spawn camped them a few times, then we got wiped. They spawn camped us a few times, got wiped. So it was quite equal in a way. But no, it was really fun. I really enjoyed this scenario. I rarely enjoy a lot of scenarios nowadays in Warhammer because you do get steamrolled by high gear equipped pre-mades, and the day they bring in a feature that allows premades to be pulled up against other premades and pugs to be pulled up against pugs, the better, because if that feature was in, scenarios would be so much better to play. But anyway, I die, then the scenario is going to end. So thank you very much for watching. Scenario Sunday next week as well, next Sunday, so don't forget to tune in for that. And if you like this, please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already to see these when they first come out. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I will speak to you all next time.